as we move into 2025, I would like to reflect and look back at 2024, at all the TV, music and film that we were given, and just give my honest opinion on what I thought was the best of last year. Let's start with TV, the first category being Best New TV Shows. Honourable mentions are Dead Boy Detectives, Bodkin, Vince Staples Show and Ripley. But my best three, Ted. I found this show hilarious from the first episode onwards. I enjoyed seeing a sitcom which feels both fresh and familiar with its style. But at number 2 we have Penguin, a great show which is not only hooking but a great addition to the Matt Reeves Batman universe. A show which surprised me for so many reasons due to the violence, the language and the great world building that we got from this show. But at number 1 we have the TV show Fallout, a show I wasn't expecting much, but in all honesty it was a fantastic watch, as the attention to detail is fantastic and the story is so hooking and the character development is so immensely well done. It was so hard not to continue watching. Now, 2024 is also a year of saying goodbye to shows. My top 3 shows that we had to say goodbye to are, at number 3, Umbrella Academy Season 4. Now, I do understand that there's a lot of mixed feelings with this show, and I will be honest and say I do agree with those feelings, but I will say the ending was somewhat decent. The final season did feel very much rushed in so many aspects, and it was more story driven than character driven, unlike it used to be. But at number 2 we have Power Book 2 Season 4. Whilst it wasn't exactly a great ending, it was a great season to watch with so much tension and hooking story. And whilst we didn't get the best of endings in this show, I would love to see where the franchise heads off to, something this ending teased. But at number 1, the best show to end and had the better ending is Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12. A funny and enjoyable way to end the show and somewhat creating the better ending that Seinfeld never got. Full of great cameos, great stories and just a hysterical plot with a nice continuous theme and plot continuing throughout the show. Now on to my favourite shows of 2024. Honourable mentions are The Boys Season 4, Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1 and 2 and Dexter Original Sin. But my top 3 are Ted, Penguin and Fallout. Now we move on to music. Our first category is Best Collab Songs. In honourable mentions we have Pricey by J. Cole featuring Ari Lennox and Gucci Mane, Thought I Was Dead by Tyler the Creator featuring Schoolboy Q, Toby by Eminem featuring Baby Tron and Big Sean, Luther by Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA, and Murdergram Do by LL Cool J and Eminem. But at number 3 we have Sticks and Stones by Joyner Lucas featuring Conway the Machine. Both artists did amazingly well, and it's the first time in some time I thought Joyner Lucas did a good job, to which I believe is because of how good a lyricist Conway the Machine is that he made Joyner push his pen. But at number 2 we have Sticky by Tyler the Creator featuring Glorilla, Sexy Red and Lil Wayne. Everyone on this song delivered. Whilst the features were short, it was quite impactful, but Tyler takes the top spot, not only for his contribution lyrically, but beat-wise as well. But my favourite collaboration song of the year is Fuel by Eminem featuring JID. A fantastic song where both artists brought their A-game and created a neck-and-neck energy where no one truly defeated the other, but won in certain areas, from a flow perspective to memorable lyrics. On to our next category, Best Music Video. In honourable mentions we have Noid by Tyler the Creator, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, and Doom Part 2 by Cole Bennett featuring Eminem. At number 3 we have St. Chroma by Tyler the Creator, which whilst was a very short music video, it was definitely eye-catching and a great way to roll out the album. At number 2 we have A$AP Rocky's Taylor Swift, which I'm not too big a fan of the song, but the video itself is amazing to look at with so much going on, and it definitely deserves the Grammy nomination it has got. But at number 1, it's got to be Eminem's Houdini, just a very funny and nostalgia based song, and having a video seeing the return of goofy Eminem, who seems to have hidden Since We Made You. Honestly, it's great to just have a bit of a laugh with a music video. But on to the last category and the most important one in my eyes, favourite songs. In honourable mentions we have The Heart Part 6 by Kendrick Lamar, Balloon by Tyler the Creator featuring Doechii, and Lucifer by Eminem featuring Sly Piper. At number 3 we have Hunting Wabbits by J. Cole. I honestly loved J. Cole's attack on the song, and I just love the Meat Canyon excerpts added in, as it makes it quite memorable and really just adds to the song as well. At number 2 we have Evil by Eminem, a great blend of old and new Eminem with a fantastic hook added on top and just some really funny but outlandish lyrics as well. But at number 1 we have Like Him by Tyler the Creator, a great ballad song where it feels new and familiar at the same time, but also just a great song to sing along to, even with the sad meaning attached. Now we move on to our third and final category, films. But before we get onto this, I do have to say I'm quite disappointed with this year's films, as for the most part in the mainstream side of things, it would just seem to be a bunch of sequels and remakes, and some of these sequels have felt so unnecessary, just like studios really out of ideas and just milking any franchise they can grab their hands on, and just, if anything, ruining a somewhat standalone film or a franchise that's been done to death and just milking it one last time, hoping to get something out of it. It really disappointed me. But if I had to pick 3 films from this year, these are the ones I'm picking. At number 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, it's a dumb but fun movie, and at first I would have claimed it was the number 1 film of the year, but upon reflection I will see for what it really is, and that is just a cameo-fested cash grab. Now, there's nothing wrong with that per se, Marvel have been doing that for so long, but this one really eats the cake, and I think it was just an excuse to get Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman costumed up and fight each other. Which, again, I'm not mad at, but I wish they added a bit more detail into it and maybe use those writer strikes as a way to fix upon the plot. But that's not to say that I think this film is terrible. I think it has its good moments, it's very funny, it's very action-packed and slaughtery, but at the end of the day, I do feel like it is the weakest of the 3 Deadpool movies. But at number 2, we have the film Midas Man, which I truly did enjoy, because we are learning about Brian Epstein, who, admittedly, I was kind of thinking, why is this film being made? But at the same time, watching it, there's such a good reason for why. Because he put so much dedication into making the Beatles who they are today. Not only just getting them signed, which was a hassle and a half, but getting them blowing up in England and even in America. And then just putting the Beatles stuff to the side, just learning about this man and the stuff he was going through in the 1960s as a homosexual in such a homophobic time. It was very much a fascinating story, and it really makes me look at Brian Epstein different and just have a much more appreciation and respect for that man. But at number 1 we have Wallace and Gromit: A Vengeance Most Foul, which to me was a very funny but beautifully looking animated film, just making me appreciate stop motion animation again, seeing the amount of detail this film has added into, from the background all the way to the cool camera angles. It's so great to look at, and just putting the animation to the side, it's a very enjoyable, fun story with a lot of great metaphors and meaning behind the narrative of the story. Honestly, it's such a great watch. Definitely would recommend others watching this. That is my opinion on 2024 and the media that we got. Some of it, I will be honest and say, was lackluster, but then from a music or TV standpoint, we had some amazing moments. And so 2024, sad to see you go, but looking forward to 2025. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, but most importantly, thank you, and then hope you enjoy your new year.